prison now, in a federal prison in Tucson, Arizona. And this man has been stabbed 22 times. I'm not going to say you get what you deserve. I'm not going to say any of that. I'm going to leave that for y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box and tell me, what do y'all think about this man, Derek Chauvin? I'm going to play this little clip. It's like 4 minutes long. And let's listen and see what Washington, D.C. has to say.
Coming into us. I want to sort of set the scene for this here. Remember who Derek Chauvin is. He's the former Minneapolis police officer convicted in the murder of George Floyd back in 2020. According to this indictment that is just out now, there was an inmate that had allegedly been planning to attack Chauvin for about a month. I want to bring in Danny Cevallos for more on this now. And Danny, this is interesting news to a lot of people here. We learned days ago that Chauvin had been stabbed in prison. There were questions about his condition. At the time, his family, his lawyers trying to understand what had happened to him here. Now we're getting some new details from this indictment. Talk us through it.
Yeah, basically what we're learning is that the stabbing was not just a one or two incident. It wasn't just a single stab. It was apparently, allegedly, many stab wounds that Derek Chauvin suffered. And now he is being charged for attempted murder by another inmate. So this is something that because if it wasn't a federal facility, they would have exclusive jurisdiction. So that's about all we know at this stage, but that Derek Chauvin survived, and they believe they have enough to charge with attempted murder, which in a stabbing case, you generally don't have to get too high over the bar to make it to attempted murder.
I believe it was the case that Chauvin's attorneys, back when he was sentenced, back when he was put in prison, had asked for him to be held separately because they had some concerns, given the nature of his case and how high profile it was, that he could be a target.
That's right, and BOP would have taken that into consideration. What you find, though, is that a lot of inmates really don't want to be in protective custody because it's miserable. I mean, being alone all day, every day in protective custody, whether it's the SHU, special housing unit, whether it's whatever facility, state or federal, being held in isolation is so bad. I'm told that often inmates would rather just be in general population, or at least around some other inmates, which, of course, in Derek Chauvin's case, could put him at risk. I don't know how the BOP classified him. They obviously would have classified him as at least medium security, I would suspect. So it really depends on the facility and the unit in which he was being held.
Do we know anything more? And again, forgive me, this is broken since we've been on the air in just the last 15, 20 minutes here. Do you know anything more about how this inmate, now charged with attempted murder, made the plans for this attack, how this was actually carried out?
Yeah, this is breaking, so we don't know exactly yet. It could be information that'll be revealed as time goes on. But as it stands, I mean, I know personally that it's not difficult for inmates to smuggle things into the prison or make them there, whether it be weapons, cell phones, all manner of things. And usually it's pretty tough to get other inmates to talk about another inmate. If they have information, usually they have to offer them some kind of deal. And in that case, then they're much more willing to come forward and inform on their cellmate. Any
word on Chauvin's condition tonight?
None so far. I mean, no information on his condition. No update, rather. I mean, this was known that he had been allegedly stabbed a couple days ago, but now more information is emerging about his injuries and the indictment itself.
What happens to this inmate from here, Danny, the one who's now charged with attempted murder? Because obviously this is a person who was already behind bars, right?
Yes, and this happens more often than you may think. I've defended, actually, murder cases by inmates upon other inmate on inmate violence. And it happens fairly often, more often than you may even think, or maybe as often as people think, given what they know about prison. But what happens here is that this is a person who they'll have no problem transporting to court because they know where he is already. He's in custody. Therefore, he's treated like any other inmate in custody. Obviously, he's going to be isolated and then brought to court. And this will proceed like any other criminal case when a defendant is in custody.
Danny Cevallos, thank you very much for bringing us this developing news tonight. Again, just coming into us, the person who is allegedly stabbed Derek Chauvin, now being charged with attempted murder from behind bars. Danny, thanks.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.
Tucson, Arizona, in the federal prison with my man Derek Chauvin. Now, he's not my man, but I'm just saying, my man. You know, he was this big old cop back in the days, you know, and he was very disrespectful and foul. And prison is a very hard place to live, especially when you're not liked by people you don't even know who don't like you. Imagine that you're in prison and you have a few people that you're talking with, but there's people lurking, waiting for the opportunity to do something to you. This man, Derek Chauvin, has been put in a federal prison. He's been stabbed 22 times. Normally when things like that happen, it gives other people the opportunity to say, I'm gonna get my opportunity. That's how it goes in prison. If anybody knows anybody that's been to prison or heard any of the stories, when you go to prison for a charge such as that, and you got people that don't like you, that you don't even have a clue who it is, it's got to be a scary thing. I'm so thankful that I haven't put myself in that situation. Be careful what you do in public or to people, because you never know what comes back. And nobody out here is a saint. But at the same time, your intentions and what you do, it rolls with you in your future. If you don't believe me, ask my man Derek Chauvin. And that's all I got for y'all on the Vague Show today. Today, y'all enjoy yourself. Go visit some family members. Show some love.